Come on in, y'all. Let's see what's happening in today's vlog. You will find that I do a little bit of rambling about my childhood and other things, and I apologize, but that's part of the video. If you'd like to skip past the rambly part, the time code will be in the description below. Good morning, YouTube. Emerald Gypsy Heart here. I apologize for the lighting. I usually start my day out with a Slim Fast shake. To wake up, I usually watch Hellmouth and a few other people that are daily vloggers, and then I start my day. So, what's on today's agenda? Curtains, groceries, zipping 2 baby blankets together really quickly, and hopefully beginning the process of sorting out what's in the suitcases. Because, like I said in a previous probably slide, they haven't been opened in almost 5 years. Yeah, I know. A lot of the stuff is probably no more use to us. So, but I have to empty out at least the middle-sized one so that we can have that for our vacation thing. We're calling it an adventure because that's basically what it is. Life unscripted. So, the reason for the heart-sided case instead of my usual travel bag is because we will be what's called stealth camping in our car to save money on rooms just to sleep in. So, with the hard-sided case, we can get bungee cords or ratchet straps to put the suitcase on top of the car while we sleep. We also have a tent and camping equipment that'll be going with us so that, we can stop and camp for overnight or what have you. Because although it says it's 1 day and 14 hours, it's probably going to be a few more days than what Google says, just so that we can have some rest, because I don't drive and Chris is the only driver. So yeah, and we're taking one dog. Tegan's going to be very upset. I'm taking Sammy because the lady I got Sammy from wants to see him. He is one of the last left from her male and female who have passed on, so she'd just like to see him. My mom had, I don't know if she still does, his little brother Pepe. So hopefully that goes well and I can see my mom on good terms. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, we live in Washington State, but we are originally from the New Orleans metro area. My mother lives in the house that was left to me when my dad passed away. My mom and dad had been divorced since 1982, but the last 11 years of my dad's life, my mom lived in the house with him as companions and nothing more. But like I said, they had divorced when I was a kid. And although my dad offered, for them to get remarried so that she would qualify for the house, she didn't want. So, like I said, the house is mine because I am an only child. But in order to get the house out of my dad's name completely, so that I can use it as collateral to purchase a house here in Washington, I have to go in and open succession. I don't know what that entails, but from my research, it looks like it's just a few forms that I have to file, as there is no one to contest the fact that I am an only child. I think I mentioned in a previous video that my dad had 2 biological children. But in the 60s, late 60s, my dad was behind on his child support. And the judge basically said, you can do one of three things. Pay the child support that's owed, which is back child support. Go to prison, or let his first wife's husband adopt them. My dad signed over his parental rights to his first wife's second husband. And that no longer gives them a claim against my dad's estate. My mother still is in the home, and that's an agreement that I had with my dad, that my mom could live in the house as long as she needed or until she passed away. And my mom is 78 this year. She turned 78 in February. And from the neighbor, from what I gather, one of her neighbors takes really good care of her, makes sure she eats and such, because she doesn't cook anymore. She usually gets out and does other things during the week, etc. But this all could go sideways because of my mother being mentally ill. What I thought was a normal childhood and adolescence was not. My mother is bipolar with schizophrenia now. She has her good moments and her bad moments, and her good days and her bad days. My mother has not spoken to me or my children since June of 2013. All because I would not change my plans. In June of 2013, my youngest son was graduating from the Youth Challenge program, better known as YCP. And it's a program put on by the Louisiana National Guard. Actually, it's just the National Guard itself, but yeah. And his camp was 4 hours away from my driveway at the time. And we had decided, Chris and I, that we were going to drive up the night before and get a room so that I would be arrested and okay, pain-wise, hopefully, for his graduation ceremony. My mother wanted us to wait to leave morning of his graduation. And his graduation was for 10 a.m., which meant that we would have had to leave the house no later than 5 a.m. And I wasn't, no, because my mom had gotten to the point where she would, oh, I have an appointment at 11 o'clock, Mom. And she wouldn't start getting ready till, say, 10 or 20 minutes till the appointment. And the house is in a secluded neighborhood. There is nothing around it. I'll do a video on that, showing how long the drive is from town to the house, just so people understand. It takes about 20 minutes to go from my mom's driveway to the outskirts of the nearest city. And that's on a good day. But again, I digress. I'm sorry. So we had refused to leave at buttfuck 30. And my mom didn't like the fact that I wouldn't back down. As a kid, I rarely stood up to my mom. But as an adult, I learned how to stand up to my mom. So that was the last time my mom spoke to me. Other than another time, but it was more or less a shouting match at that point. while I'm back visiting, I need to take care of the succession. I need to make sure that the house is not falling down around her. The house was built the year I was born. I'm actually a year older, calendrically. But the house is 47 years old. Has never been updated. There's no remodeling that has ever been done. And I have to get the house appraised. Hopefully that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So that I have the appraisal in hand when we go to purchase either a home or a piece of land here. We're kind of tired of renting. Our rental house is falling down around us. Our landlord has been in the hospital next Monday would make a month that he's been in the hospital. He had mouth cancer, and they were going to go in and take it and, you know, do what they could to stop the cancer, removing the parts that needed to be removed, etc. But his wife called a couple of days ago and let us know that he was still in the hospital, etc. So that I could just stick the rent in the mail for her, because she'd been going back and forth from her home to JBLM's hospital, which is the joint military bases here. I hope that he recovers and that he can go home. They have to be in their 60s. So, I don't know. But after I'm done dealing with the legalese BS, I have made arrangements to go and visit my third grade teacher, who really impacted my life. She was part of the reason why I really was driven to become a teacher, because she's caring and kind and really took time for us kids. And she was a special ed teacher. I was labeled as BD, ED. BD is behavior disorder. ED is emotionally disturbed. I have learned to cope with ADHD, but the abuse I was suffering at home really did a number on me in school. Not only did my parents split up, but that's when the abuse amped up. And Miss Janet really took time, and she'd bring us kids to her house for the weekend. I was never allowed to go by my mother. Or we could meet at the donut shop that her and Mr. Gene owned, you know, on Saturdays. And that was her way of trying to take us out of the situations we were in. And I'd really like to see her. She's also in her 70s, as is her husband. Miss Janet, my third grade teacher, and her husband live in Mobile, Alabama. And then there's Laura and her husband Matt live near Birmingham. So I would, you know, love to at least stop and visit with them just for the day. And then we're going to come back through Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. And then we're going to hop on Route 66 out of Amarillo, Texas. Drive in. I would love to not go through LA traffic, but I also want to go to LA. The return trip will take us a little bit longer, so we shall see. But I think I've talked long enough through this clip. I'm going to finish watching my videos of the morning, and then I'm either going to go upstairs, or Hubz and I are going to leave to go get provisions for the road. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, Home Depot. Ratchet straps, flashlights, and tubs to hold camping stuff. I really want like 2 of those because they hold hanging baskets really well. So I might twist my kids into buying me one for Mother's Day. Well, I hate shopping for clothes. Especially swimsuits. Because I don't wear one piece. I'm just not comfortable in one. But I found something. I'll make it work. It's hot. It's almost 70. It's hot because I've been walking. It's 68 degrees. I'm currently in Tumwater, Washington, which is 2 towns, technically 3 towns north of us. So we stopped at the Walmart here because they had the items that we were looking for that they didn't have at the other one. Battery powered fan. We need 2 of those. So he's going to do that. I'm ready to go home. I have to make curtains and go through those suitcases. So, if I'm not home next, I'll vlog. If I am home next, I'll stick you guys up on the tripod and show you what we're doing. Bless you. He tells his wife, I'm allergic to you. When I get home, I have to sign my oldest and his fiance's marriage license. I got it yesterday. I'm in the Walmart parking lot. It's kind of loud. And I'm an ordained minister. Have been for the past 18 years. So they don't want the big hoopla. You know, I agree with them that the big party is for everybody else. So they don't want a service. They don't want a party or anything. So I'm going to just sign their license. My husband's going to sign as a witness. And my youngest is going to sign as the other one. They'll be able to put whatever date they want within the next 60 days. They're going to the coast, I think the 5th, 6th, and 7th. And we're hopefully going to be back in time so that they can take our car. Because his 4Runner is 20 years old and it needs pulley changed. It needs the pulley changed, and we don't remember which one was changed a couple of years ago. So my youngest is going to see about changing out the belt and see if that doesn't help some. I don't want him to put any belt dressing on it because it just runs the belt. Okay, I did not film making the templates. Yes, don't look at my hair. Gotta catch my breath. So I have my templates made, and I need to open said suitcases, which are on that side. These are our Granny Smith apple green suitcases. There's the big one, the middle one, and the little one. I think the little one has got stuff from Jordan in it. Opened up one suitcase and found something that was missing and 2 pairs of pants that never got wore. So, but my piece de resistance says, are they bright enough, y'all? Are they bright enough? No, really. Are they bright enough? Well, we're almost done. So what I did was I bought 2 regular panels that are room darkening, and then we just cut the panel into 3 sections, and each panel made 2 pieces for the car, the front and the back window, the front car window and the back door window, and then we made some for the front car window door, and then we have extra that we're going to sew together and make the very back window. So 2 panels made 5 curtains. And then my sister has a reflective sunshade for in the front window, so we should be fine. It is what it is. Like it or lump it, this is what we're doing. I'm
I'm trying to go downstairs quietly and not break my neck. Oh my God. Okay.
Ending the video where it began, in bed. Things that got accomplished today. Cleaned out the suitcases. Let's see, what else did... Oh, started on one of the blankets. Christy finished one. And I will go tomorrow and zip the other one together. Got my shorts. Really? I got my shorts and my bathing suit. I hate shopping for bathing suits. I have always hated shopping for bathing suits. When I was a teenager, I could get away with, the bikini. And my mom would let me. As long as, I, as we say, trim the spiders. 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 But as I got older, I just no longer wanted to wear... Say hi, Tyson. Hi, Tyson. Anyway, so I got workout shorts with a liner in them and a sports bra, black sports bra. Because I'm all about the sports bra since I had my breast reduction. I have not actually worn a real bra. September will make 2 years that I've been just wearing sports bras because I can. There's no uni boob. In fact, I wear a large sports bra instead of a 3X sports bra now. So, anyway, tomorrow, shopping. Yay! We didn't get everything today. We ran out of steam to do everything today. So tomorrow we'll be grabbing the rest of the stuff we need for the trip, and then packing. I will be packed by Friday. And if you want a packing video, really? If you want to see how I pack, let me know. I might still do the video anyway. So that's the end of today's look. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you tomorrow.